Kumau mau, a kumau mau pa. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai ka iki mai luna mai, ona mea huna no, awe mele e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai. E ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele e Kakaiaka Ikoma Mai. Mahalo. Thank you for joining us here as we welcome you to here to Unity of Kona. Ekoma Mai, welcome. Kakaiaka, good morning. And what an honor it is to be here on this beautiful Christmas Eve, Malay Kaliki Maka, as we go into this wonderful holiday season of peace, love, joy, and sharing a beautiful candlelight ceremony. So what an honor it is to be here coming from Kailua Kona, where the weather's always nice, as we send our joy and love to the world, however the weather may be. What an honor it is. And so as we get started with our service, I'd like to ask you to all please stand as we do our affirmation, vision, and mission statements. Affirmation for the month of December. Together, I am a vessel of peace, radiating love and serenity to all corners of the earth. Mahalo keakua, and so it is. And we're here at Unity of Kona. We come together with a vision. Our vision, a world family of oneness, peace, and love, with our mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And so it is. And while I've got everybody standing, we got our new opening song for the season. It's Joy to the World. So we have some singers coming on board, and you guys can dance with us as we get ready to go here. All those joyful, smiling faces. It's so good to see all the faces in this service. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Dondi. Appreciate this. And Vince. While we're all standing, let's take a moment and greet one another. It's been a week since we'd seen you, so take a moment to share a handshake or a hug. If you're joining us on live, joy to the world, and leave us a little comment there in the comment section, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're coming from, as we take just a moment to greet one another here in the sanctuary. And wonders of it. That's the way we say it. Malekiliki Maka Haole Makahikiho celebrates the whole season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all wrapped up into one Hawaiian holiday, Makahiki. And so what an honor it is as we're loving this day in the service. This is a great time. Everybody's really having a good time. I don't want to cut it off too quick. Almost like Jingle Bells. What an honor it is to be here sharing the peace and love of this season with our Ohana. And if you watch Lilo and Stitch, you know Ohana means family and nobody gets left behind. So we're going to welcome all our guests and visitors. And so maybe you haven't been here in a while. Maybe this is your first time. We'd like to ask you to please stand and give us your name and where you're from. So anybody new or visiting, I think we're, oh, there we got one back here. You going to stand for us? There she is. And you're all dressed up for the holiday. Good morning, welcome. From Alaska, well, welcome, aloha. Don't forget to stay for after service. We got all kinds of noshes and things to munch around on. It's fellowship. Here she is. Come on in with yours. Kea. Yeah. I remember you, Kea. Well, welcome, aloha. And so what an honor it is. And if you're joining us online for the first time, we'd like to send it out with a great big aloha and God bless you. And so it is. So now we've moved things around just a little bit as make sure that we do these announcements and get that out of the way right away this morning. But first and foremost, we are a prayer ministry. And so we have that Be Unity app that you can download and get that on your cell phone, Android, or iPhone. And with all the ways of prayer, the requests are sent to Silent Unity, where they receive 30 days of consecutive prayer. We also have the prayer request forms in the back with a prayer box there. Drop a bit in there, and our chaplains, right, well, they will go over them, pray over them, and then send them on to Silent Unity. We all know the power of prayer. When two or more are gathered, and here we have a whole congregation sending your thoughts and prayers to the universe. And 30 days of consecutive prayer, that's so powerful. So let's utilize these tools that we do have. It's kind of cool. And back in other announcements, congratulations, Sally Grass is our team member of the month. Did you even know? So welcome back. It's like she missed a couple of weeks and she didn't even realize. But mahalo, so much gratitude here for your loving service, devotion to our ministry. We are so blessed to have her at Unity of Kona. Shelley has been participating in so many different ways with the all the different things going on here at the church, and so with the singing and things going on. So we truly love you, Shelley. Thank you so much. So the Kanakapika ukulele style jam sessions are canceled for the next 2 Mondays for Christmas Day and New Year's Day. But they will resume Monday, January 8th, and that's a community ukulele, Kanakapika, and Donnie's putting it, Kanakapila. Kapila, yeah, I'm sorry. It's like wrap my mouth around it. It took me a couple of years to say some of the names of the towns. So please forgive me, but I do the best I can. I'll try. But the ukulele, not ukulele, that's a mispronunciation. I learned that one too. But Dondi's putting this together, and so it's now been televised, and so you can see it on the TV screens there, and channel 53 or something like 53, and so on Noleo TV, and so it's really cool. The community ukulele Kanikapila. And so definitely join us for that. That'll be starting back on the 8th of January. And now it's time to announce the Come and Drum, because we have the drumming workshop here at the church, right here in the sanctuary. And thank you, Clyde, for putting that together. And so the drumming will be here, right here in the sanctuary, Thursday, December 28th. So this week, Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30, and all are welcome. So please do bring a drum or a shaker. Some of they will be available here, a few, but on a limited basis. But if you have any questions, see Clyde in the back. He's our usher here today. Thank you, Clyde, for your work and putting together the drumming circle. And we have a big thing happening with the Board of Trustees. Candidacy is coming soon. So because of our annual meeting is in February, we are actively seeking new candidates. And so we're getting this out early in hopes that each of you sitting here with those at home who are voting members of our Ohana will seriously consider looking into see if you are being called to serve in the sacred work here at your community. You can find any of the board members here today or next week after or the week after. Please join us for the board meetings, and so you kind of get an understanding of what's going on. And so the service of the board, we really appreciate anyone that would like to step up. And so our board members currently are Kayla Harvey. Thank you, Kayla, for your service. Amazing. She's our board president, doing a really amazing job. And then myself, Jim Carey. Thank you, thank you. And Vince Mott, we appreciate Vince's work. And Dondi Nueva. So thank you, Dondi, for your work on the board. Question? Sound bowls on the first Sunday of the month? No. 29th. So it'll be Saturday the 29th. Friday. Now I'm all confused. Is what? The sound bath. Oh, so it's going to Friday. An evening sound bath, Friday the 29th. And so finish up the year with a whole amazing evening. And so with the sound bath, and that's really amazing with the drums and stuff that they do. So please join us for that. At what time is that going to be on Friday evening? 6:30. Okay, so, oh, there it is. 6:30 to 7:30, Kayla and Patrick hosting the sound bath. So thank you, Kayla and Patrick, putting that together. And so it's kind of cool. I missed that. That's what I did. All right, so it's like don't confuse them with the facts, but it's all good. And so I believe that's what we got for our announcements, except for next Sunday, our guest speaker, Kealoha Sugiyama, and he will lead us in an annual Burning Bowl ceremony and Letters to God. Our great musician is guest musician, Dondi, and he's great too. But thank you, Kealoha is our resident kahuna, so Kahu, and so he'll be doing our service next Sunday. So thank you so much for bringing that together for us. And now is the time in a service where we're asked to do our daily word, and I asked Sean to come up and do that. So thank you, Sean. Big round of applause for Sean.
Good morning. So happy to be here. And today's word is joy. Surprise. With joy I prepare for the rebirth of the Christ within. Christmas Eve brings back memories of childhood anticipation. What's in the packages under the tree? What other goodies will be there in the morning? Now I relish the anticipation of the joy my gifts will bring as I watch my loved ones opening their presents. The joy blooms in my heart as the Advent season draws to a close, and I prepare to receive my most precious gift, the rebirth of the Christ within. I still my mind and become present. I contemplate the awe of the shepherds as they heard of Jesus' birth. I think of the veneration of the kings who traveled to honor him. I surrender to my feelings of awe and reverence, preparing for the joyous rebirth of light and love within me. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people." Luke 2:10. And together, let's say, with joy I prepare for the rebirth of the Christ within. Thank you.
Mahalo keakua, and so it is. What an honor it is to just be here and feel the energy of all the love that's in this room. Let's take a moment now and just get comfortable in the place you're at and planting your feet and take a deep breath. And as we visualize this sanctuary, let's also visualize the sanctuary of your soul. See this as a beautiful, loving heart. And as you feel the energy of those around you, feel it flowing in and through you. Feel it flowing around every person, every being on this earth and in this world. And if you know of anyone in this world or in your life in need of prayer, let's take a moment and breathe in the love of this sanctuary as we hold a moment of thought and love and peace and joy. And as we see this loving energy flowing out to the world as a beautiful, loving heart, we'll come together now and say our prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And as we get started with the service, we'll start with the lighting of the Advent candles. And so I've asked Shelley and Candy to come up and do our Advent readings for us. So welcome, ladies. I'll go ahead and light this one for you.
This is the fourth week of Advent. It is our week to focus on joy. During the fourth week of Advent, we think about joy. Joy is the most invaluable sign of the presence of God. Today, we can choose to live a life filled with hope and faith, peace, love, and joy. Let us remember today to bring a spirit of joy to all that we do. It is a gift to be giving. Let us give the gift of a tender smile, a heartfelt prayer, a helping hand, or a kind word, and let that joy bubble and your heart sing. Light the first candle. We relight the first candle of the Advent wreath for hope and faith. We relight the second purple candle of the Advent wreath for peace. We relight the third candle of the Advent, the pink candle, for wealth, for love. Wreath for love. Hope doesn't hurt. We light the fourth candle of the Advent wreath for joy. We allow joy to flow through us and express as us in all circumstances to all people. Let us pray. Father, Mother, God, Great Spirit of truth, mahalo for the joy in our hearts during this Christmas season. Mahalo for the truth that joy is a great harmonizer and healer of our body, mind, and spirit. It is the joy of the Lord that gives us strength to be a shining light in the world.
Thank you, ladies. And with the Advent candles lit, let's have a little music with Dondi coming in for the song, O Little Town of Bethlehem. Ladies again? All right, guys, you're on.
O little town of Bethlehem,
Thank you, choir. Thank you, Dondi. God bless you guys, and we really do appreciate it. Now is the time in the service where we'll ask our speaker, Sasha Knowles, as she moves up towards the podium. Sasha, most of you guys know her. She's Reverend Deb's daughter, and she's spoken here many times. Raised in the Unity, and so she offers officer of the YOU, Youth of Unity. First experience giving talks was very young, and her passion for sharing positive thought. She was the youth educator, Windward Unity of Oahu. She taught Sunday school for 9 years. Sasha's currently got all kinds of things happening with dance programs and body love, coaching, women empowering, a walk through with life with confidence. And so welcome, please, Sasha Knowles.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, filled with joy. What brings you joy? Family, your cat, music, art, your wife, dancing, the Lord Jesus, stars. That is beautiful. Waves on the shore. There's a lot of joy out there. Do you know the gift of joy is already inside of you? What experiences, not just at, actually, you already listed them. I was going to say, what experiences do you have not just at this holiday season that bring you joy, but you listed a lot of the things that aren't necessarily attached to Christmas at all. Joy is the emotion we experience when we have a sense of well-being, success, or good fortune. It is a state of happiness and delight. That's the definition. What in your life delights you? We kind of said a lot of those already, didn't we? So what is the opposite of joy? Sorrow, blockage. That's exactly it. Pain, sorrow, sadness. And the only way to joy is going through the pain. Not over it, not under it, not covering it up. It's to go through it. By going through the pain, we create a void, a vacuum. And that space wants to be filled with joy. It is a sign of God's grace. My mom, Rev Deb, had a plaque at home that said, "Joy is the most infallible sign of the presence of God." And another, actually, I think I made a slide for that one. Sometimes I forget. She also had another one. God danced the day you were born. Gotta have dancing in there. Do you get joy from little experiences? Or are you someone that needs a big jolt to ring your bell? It's really not the experience that brings us joy. It's the feeling that's already living within us. Sometimes it is difficult to feel joy, but we must remember that the gift of joy is already inside us. We just need to unwrap it. So let's take the word joy. We're going to make an acronym from it. So we're going to just open yourself. Joy, just open yourself. You are the gift. You just have to open yourself. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, wrote that joy is the happiness of God expressed through his perfect idea, man. You are perfect right now. Joy and gladness are strength-giving, especially when your mind is fixed on the things of spirit. When you have a challenge, affirm, "The joy of my Lord is my strength." Can you say this with me? The joy of my Lord is my strength. And if you don't want to say that one, you could say, "Fill me with the richness of purpose." Yeah, let's do that one more time. Fill me with the richness of purpose. This is the time for us to acknowledge that the birth of Jesus and to acknowledge the same birth of the Christ presence within all of us. I have to tell you a silly story. Sort of silly. So I grew up in Unity. We talked about the Christ presence being within us all our lives. I just knew that the Christ within that does the work. It is not I, but the Christ within that does the work. So I would say that. I just came from a Sunday school. I had to write an essay at school. So I sat there for a minute because I was a good truth student. Even when I was 11 years old, I wanted to share all of this. So I sat there and it's not I, but the Christ within that does the work. Help me write this essay. It's not I, but the Christ within that does the work. I wrote the essay. I don't even know what it was about, but my teacher pulled me aside at the end and said, I want to present this to someone. It was so good. I can't believe it came out of you. And it was done at school. Like, I didn't take it home. No one else wrote it. But it wasn't me. That was my first experience of tapping into this power that I didn't quite understand. But I knew it was there. I used it through leadership conferences, and when I won All-American Cheerleader, before I would do any competition, I would say, it's not I, but the Christ within that does the work. Even though I didn't quite know what it meant, but it was that superpower that we all have inside of us. We all know the Charles Dickens story, A Christmas Carol. In it, Scrooge was transformed by his own being. We too can be transformed ourselves if we just open ourselves up to the good, the God of our being. Joy is a part of our nature. It is built into our being. It comes from inside us. We have to open it up to let it out. Events in our lives allow us this opportunity to feel our joy. Joy touches the Christ of our being. We feel joy from the inside out when we trust God. When we trust God, we are aware that whatever the situation, we are just an observer passing through. We must know and affirm that all things will work out for all concerned and that everything is really okay. I practiced yesterday on this very stage, and I got choked up at each part of this. I'll have to share with you, this is my mom's talk, her writing, her highlighting. It was from December 18th, 2005. And her words are still touching me today. This was a really hard and painful week, and it was a painful few months. But she still was reminding me that everything is really okay. When we touch the Christ of our being and rest in that sense of trust and peace that we find there, we automatically come away fulfilled. This is joy. Just open yourself up to the God of your being and get filled. Feeling true joy is a great harmonizer and healer. When you open yourself up to your inner joy, it activates the healing process, the healing forces that send a message to all of your cells that all is well and good is expected. We know this is true. Think of someone you know, or even yourself, when you're down and out. It isn't called down and out for nothing. We feel we have nothing, like our car is out of gas or empty. How is your body when you're feeling down and out? Now, how are we when we're filled with joy? Maybe we're even skipping a little along the way. Sometimes we have to almost breathe it into ourselves, even when we're not feeling good. Because does this help make us feel well? But even if we're having a hard day, a hard week, a hard moment, putting our shoulders back, knowing that our head is held high and a strength through our walk, we feel uplifted. Joy is just opening yourself up to your good. We must remember these things. The secret of prosperity, for instance, lies not in getting, but in giving. Love warms our hearts, not so much when we are loved as when we are loving. True forgiveness is not in forgiving someone else, but in forgiving ourselves because we judged someone else in the first place. True joy is completely independent of what happens to us from the outside. No person or event has any real power to make us happy. That may sound so surprising. We spend our lives waiting for events and people to change so things can get better. Many people think that joy has to do with circumstances. Have you said at one time or another, if only my marriage was smoother, I would be happy? If when I get that new job or a new car, I then will be happy. When I lose 20 pounds, then I'll be happy. If only I had more money, I'd be happy. We look to people and events in our lives to supply us with joy. When we do this, our joy becomes a hit and miss experience. We're looking for an outside circumstance to fill us. But we know, just open our just, what's that acronym again? Just open yourself. Thank you. Whew. Got a little emotional there. It's as simple as that. It sometimes doesn't feel so simple when you're in the midst of it, does it? No. But we're here today to remind each other to just open ourselves up. True joy comes as a result of trusting God. Joy is a harmonizer and a healer. It is joy which gives us a sense of all rightness about our lives. This Christmas Day, as you open your gifts, be sure to just open yourself to your gift of joy. It really is the most precious gift of all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sasha, for all the joy you bring to the world in your sparkly self. God bless you, sister. And spread that joy to the world as we come together in this season of joy. What an honor it is to have such a wonderful remembrance of joy. And so with that, let's move forward. And let's see where we at now. Lighting the candles, we did that. Oh, we have more, let's see, inspiring message. Okay, the offertory prayer, guys. It's in a different order from normal, so it's just like I tried to figure it out. I brought my glasses on because I was blown away this morning. But as we gather our gifts and offerings, make them tithes and offerings to the support of the ministry, there are many ways in which you can make your donation, for which we are abundantly grateful. There's some going to appear up here on the screen for those attending service. Our ushers will get ready to come forward and collect those, and so hold your gifts in your hands as we do our offertory prayer together now on the screen. For divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way, and so it is. So now, Donnie, you got "O Come All Ye Faithful" for us. All right, choir, step it up, and away we go.
Oh,
Thank you, guys. So with all the joy and coming here faithful, we have our ushers coming forward. It's time to bless these offerings. Together, for through we know, Spirit, we know that as we give, so shall we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these gifts to do your will, your work, in this center, in our lives, and in our community. And so it is. Mahalo ke akua. Thank you so much. And now it's time for the lighting of the 12 candles and responses. So if we'll have everybody that's doing a candle lighting move over to the left side for me, right side for you. Okay.
All right. That's right. We're doing our candle lighting ceremony now. Oftentimes we have a whole separate service at night, but we're putting everything in our Christmas Eve service today. Thank you, candle lighters, for being here. The candle lighting is a beautiful annual tradition that Unity does, honoring the 12 powers of man, as written by co-founder Charles Fillmore. Each power has a color and a disciple, and we would like to thank our volunteers for representing each a disciple and a color and a power today. So I will call each disciple forward, and they'll light the Christ candle. And this is an interactive service, so I need your help here too. So the disciple will say, we light this candle for the divine power of faith. Understand all the powers. They'll let you know what it is. And they're going to say together, and we're going to say, I am now filled with the power of divine faith, for example. Exactly. And we have some interactive. Our first candle lighter our disciple is joining us from Washington. We've got Joan Callie here. Thank you for being here. She's representing Peter today. And you can go ahead.
Okay. We light this candle for the power of divine faith. Together, I am now filled with the power of divine faith.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you for joining us today and being a part of our service. Next, we have Stan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Stan and Glenna. They're representing the disciple Andrew. And they're pre-recorded, so we're going to see how this goes.
We light this candle for the power of divine strength.
Together, I am now filled with the power of divine strength. Hey, we're getting the hang of this. We got this. Next up, we have another pre-recording from Carla and Larry. They are representing the disciple James and the power of wisdom.
Aloha, Unity of Kona. This is Larry Sire.
And Carla Sire.
We're wishing you a very Merry Christmas from here in Bastrop, Texas. Today we're going to light the candle for divine wisdom. So together we will say, we light this candle for the power of divine wisdom.
And now together, I am now filled with the spirit of divine wisdom. Excellent.
We love and miss all of you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, the power of technology. That's my first candle lighting service being interactive like that ever. And now I'm going to call up Sean is going to be our disciple John, representing the power of love. Technology, candle lighting, we got this. Yes. We am now filled with the spirit of divine love. Thank you, Sean. And now we call up Elaine. She's representing the disciple Philip and the power of power.
We light this candle to represent divine power. Together, I am now filled with the spirit of divine power.
And next up, we have Patrick here, who is doing a lot of things here with our technology. He is representing the disciple Bartholomew and imagination. And what would we do without this beautiful tech here? Wait, can you leave the mic down? We got this.
Good morning. We light this candle for the power of divine imagination. Together,
I am now filled with the
power
spirit of divine imagination. And next we have Jim, representing the disciple Thomas.
And I light this candle for the power of divine understanding. And with that together, I am now filled with the spirit of divine understanding. And so it is. Oh, I did. It went out on me. I'll just stand here and hold
And now we're going to call up Vince. He is representing the disciple Matthew and the power of will. We got this. Does everyone have a candle in the audience? Excellent.
We light this candle for the power of divine will. Together,
I am now filled with the spirit of divine will. And now we're asking Craig and Kim to come forward. They're representing the disciple James and the power of order.
We light this candle for the power of divine order. Together,
I am now filled with the spirit of divine order. And now we call up Kayla. She's representing the disciple Simon and the power of zeal.
Zeal. Okay. We light this candle for the power of divine zeal. Together,
I am now filled with the spirit of divine zeal. Woo. And we have Chris and Clyde coming up representing Thaddeus and the power of release.
We light this candle for the divine power of release. Together, I am now filled with the spirit of divine release.
And our 12th power is Dondi. He's representing the disciple Judas, power of life.
We light this candle for the divine power of life. And together,
I am now filled with the spirit of divine life. Now we have all the powers: faith, wisdom, understanding, love, power, release, wisdom. We have it all. And now the disciples are going to go around and we're going to light everybody's candle. Are we all, everyone's candle
One
lit?
more.
One more.
One more. Come on down here, Eve. Come on down here, baby. I got a candle for you. You can hold the candle.
Now we're going to hold our candles up high.
Hold your candle, and I'll light it for you.
We're going to hold them up. And isn't this so beautiful? From one Christ candle. From one Christ candle, we are all lit. We're holding this high. We are ready to have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful 2024, a wonderful year. We all have the power of divine Christ light within us. And remember this. Now we are going to blow it out and internalize it. But even though it's not out here, we just know that we are always filled with light, filled with joy. We are the light. One of my favorite parts of the candle lighting service, there is a little message for you at the bottom of the candle. Everybody has their own affirmation. Some are actual Bible verses, and it is it's your message that's meant just for you. And now we're going to call up our silent night. I believe Dondi is going to do some silent night here, and we're going to hold that power of this candle lighting service within.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Oh, Maluhia, Malama, Malama, Kamakagui, Aloha, Kai Keiki, Emole. Oh, may kamalahi yaina no e kamalahana lailani. Y'all get to practice our Hawaiian. Thank you so much, my friends. What an honor it is to be here with this beautiful day. And as we get ready for our closing, we'll make a big circle here in the sanctuary. And don't forget to tell everybody, friends and family, about the Facebook event. This was viewable here on the Unity of Kona Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitch. And as we hold each other in our hearts, let's form this big circle in the sanctuary as we do our closing songs. Let there be peace on earth, aloha oi. And then we'll do another special one after that. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony, perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. And as we hold this joy of the season, hold it deep in your hearts until we see you again. Well, it'll still be this year, right? Yeah. Okay, all right. Until we see you again, a hui ho and aloha. So we'll finish with aloha oi. Aloha hoi, aloha hoi, e ke ona ona no ika lipo. One fond embrace, ahoy ai-ao, until we meet again. Ahui ho and aloha. Thank you, everybody. We got a little maleki maka. We got food upstairs. And we have presents we're going to pass out while we're doing maleki maka. So it was an exchange. Even if you didn't bring one, we have presents for everybody, I believe. So here we go. Kaliki maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greetings that we'll send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Kaliki maka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Kaliki maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greetings that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Kaliki maka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, a very, very Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Everybody.